Hello,
Hello?
can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Can you open your camera, please? Sorry, I have just come back home.
No problem, no problem. I've come down to Battier, so I have to check out the hotel.
Check out?
Yeah, I have to check out in about 20 minutes. Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
hmm So, why do you want to come to Vietnam?
I've been in Vietnam for 2 years now. I love to travel. I was in China before, and then I came to Vietnam. So yeah, I love to travel. So
So, what teaching experience do you have?
3 years in China and 2 years in Vietnam.
hmm And so, what do you know about Vietnam?
So far. I've lived in the south, um, so I've lived near Ho Chi Minh City. People are very friendly. The weather is great. The food is delicious. Um, yeah, that's it really. I know some Vietnamese, not much. I can speak some, but not a lot.
So, how would you describe your teaching style?
Uh, I like I like to have fun. As long as the kids are smiling and happy and enjoying the class, then that's good. I'm quite extrovert. I like to move about. I don't like to stay standing very rigid. I like to move about and have fun. Yeah.
hmm So, how do you like to spend your free time?
Uh, I like to go to the beach. I like to travel to different places and see what what the country has to offer while I'm there. So, for example, in Ho Chi Minh City, we've done the Suchi tunnels, we've done the beaches, the Mekong Delta.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like to travel in my free time.
hmm So, what is your strengths and your weaknesses?
Uh, my strengths, the students that I've taught have always said that I'm very good and very funny and make them laugh and make them enjoy the classes. Uh, Weakness, I'm not sure. I don't know about weakness. I mean, if I have to explain something 5 or 6 times, that doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Um, Weakness. I'm not sure on weaknesses. I'm afraid.
Mhm. So, how would you deal with a troublesome
Troublesome.
student?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've not had one yet. I've heard in Vietnam, if you ask the student to stand outside, then that's a very bad thing. If I had a troublesome student, then I would try to talk to him or her in a funny way to begin with, Maybe if that doesn't work, then I would tell them to go stand outside, or I think, but I've not had one. I've not had a troublesome student yet.
So what did you learn from your test or certificate? What did you learn from your test or certificate?
What did I learn?
Mm-hmm.
How teaching is very different in Asia to how it is in my culture. Also, the instructor for our TESOL, he told us to make sure that we have fun when we teach. So you try to do, if you're teaching vocabulary, not to just stand there and get them to repeat it 10, 15 times, put it into a game, get them to repeat it to make sure. He said the most important thing was the students must have fun. They must arrive to class with a smile, and they must leave class with a smile and have a smile for the whole lesson.
Why do you enjoy teaching?
Why?
Why do you enjoy teaching?
I've been doing it for 5, 6 years now. I love meeting new people. I like Asian students because their style of learning and the way they are is very, very different to my culture.
Mm-hmm.
So they're very excited to see foreign people, and they're very curious. Students are very well behaved, and it's fun to teach. When they learn English, and they come and they say, like a lot of my students have said thank you for all the English that I've taught them since I've been in Vietnam, and it makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm. So how do you manage a classroom of the students who speak different languages?
It's quite difficult. Sometimes, if it's a game, if it's a new thing they don't know, then I get the Vietnamese. I write it on the board in English first. I will say it first. I will say it slowly. If they don't understand, then I'll write it on the board in English. If they still don't understand, then I write it on the board in Vietnamese. But that's the last measure. I don't really want to do that.
So what important qualities should is it our teacher have to be successful?
It should be fun. It's all about fun. It should all be about fun. The kids come to the class to have fun. They come to learn, but they come to have fun. And if they come to class and they're not happy, then we are not doing our job right. Because they should come to class and they should have fun. It should be fun to learn. It shouldn't be boring to learn. It shouldn't be something they have to do. It should be something that they want to do, and it should be fun while they do it.
So now please name 5 factors to consider in your lesson plan.
5
factors to consider in your lesson plan.
5 activities.
Factors.
Factors.
Yeah.
Oh, factors in lesson plan. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. So you have the first one would be a warm up, which would include the last lesson, just to make sure they all understood what they learned in the previous lesson. Number 2 would be to then introduce the new subject and the new topic and some key words. Number 3, implementing the new key words with the vocabulary, the definitions, putting them into sentences. Number 4, maybe like a quiz or something to help them to understand the vocabulary that they've learned. And then number 5 would be a quick recap. So maybe a quick buzzer game with putting them into sentences with words missing, see if they can fill in the missing words.
So, do you have any experience in the academics department?
In the English department?
Yeah. So, do you have any experience with the academics department in the academics direct? Maybe the lesson plan or the curriculum. Do you have any experience with that?
No, the company I worked for in Benoit City, we had to do some public schools, but they planned the lessons for us. But we had to change because the students didn't respond to the lesson plan. They found them very boring, so we had to make them like more fun.
And so, because for us, our school will have many ages from primary student to the young adults. So, which age do you prefer to teach and why?
I teach all. I've taught all ever since I've been in China. I've always taught from kindergarten to adults, and I don't have a favourite. I like all ages. I don't have one particular, so primary or high school. I like to teach all.
So I offer you maybe $17 per hour, or from some 60 to 70 teaching hour per month.
Yeah.
And $200 for the accommodation.
Yeah.
Accommodation. What do you think about the offer? Are you interested in? Do you accept it?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't teach for the money. I teach for the experience, because everywhere I teach has always been different. So it's always been a different culture, even if it's been in the same country. But if it's in a different province, then they react differently. Some of the mannerisms are different, and I like to learn different cultures. So the money's no problem to me. I don't care about the money. It's all about teaching and
so when's
experiencing new cultures and this.
When's your visa expired?
My visa expires at the end of this month.
The end of February?
Yeah, my residence card is till the 25th or 28th of April.
Okay.
And my passport runs out in May this year. I've just renewed it, so I've got a brand new passport. So my passport is 10 years. So that runs out in May 2028. So.
Okay, so how about your sorry, I don't remember. Sorry.
No problem.
Okay. So is everything okay and you accept the offer? When can you start teaching?
When do you want to start?
So maybe after the
TET holiday.
Yeah. So now after the TET holiday, maybe 25th of February.
Okay. Yeah, that should be 25th February. Yeah, that should give me enough time to get everything done. Yeah. Okay.
And so, do you have police clearance certificate?
Police clearance?
Certificate.
I know my old company did a police check, but they never gave it to me.
Yeah.
So I can ask them. I can ask them for it. They did one. They did the police check when we first arrived.
Because that I need to make sure that you had a police check to.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. I can email them to find out.
And so you confirm that you will start teaching after the third holiday, and you accept with the offer with the $70 per hour, and from 60 to 70 teaching hour per month, and $200 for the accommodation, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I need to discuss with my academics director at school. And after that, if you pass the interview, I will send you the approval approval letter, offer letter, okay, and then they will have all information about the job in Accra. Yeah.
Right.
And
Okay.
by the way,
cool.
you don't have any university degree. You have just only
No.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank
So
you very
I will
much.
email you soon. Bye bye.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Happy
Bye-bye.
Lunar New Year. Bye.
Yeah. Chúc mừng năm mới.
Chúc mừng năm mới. Yes. Bye.
Goodbye.